Recording. Dispatch recording.
10-4. 223 and 291, signal 4.
Yes, ma'am.
10-4.
Thirty's 1023.
10-4.
Well, let's go inside the door and talk. They take it they don't have security here?
They do. Billy Pelletier's here.
Why isn't he handling this?
I don't know what happened before, but basically this guy refused to go through the metal detectors, went by and went upstairs.
And Billy didn't have the balls to stop him?
I don't know.
You recording? I'm sorry?
So the guy's policy, I'm good on it. I just want to make sure
Thank
we're
you.
good to go in there.
So this is posted, right, Ieraci? I talked to Konsky and I talked to Fazio, who both said the county government adopted this policy. We have it posted. He's not within his rights of Fourth Amendment because this is a government building. He walked right through. I said, sir, I need you to come back. You lit up all over the place. He went through the metal detector. I said, sir, come on back. I said, I'm going to have to call the police. You go right ahead. Fourth Amendment right. Fourth Amendment, he thinks he's, within his rights. But again, it's posted. I even tried to bring up the ordinance to show him, up close. He refused to look at, refused them when they asked
Margo
us to
tried
show.
to talk to him.
At this point,
call supervisor, I'm not moving.
That's what he's
Okay,
basically
do we
saying.
know who this guy is? A name or anything?
I don't.
Where is he upstairs? What is he here for?
A meeting for a council meeting.
Okay, and is it open to the public?
It is open to the
And
public.
are there other public members in there?
Yes.
And the city council's in there?
Yes, and I consulted with them. I announced, I said, Bianca and also the new president, Kenneth Lee, do you want him removed? I didn't search him. Can you guys speak for him? Do you guys want him here or do you want him removed? They came out to decide what's your policy. I said, well, we have this posted, and I showed them the handheld ordinance that allows us to search, anybody that comes in.
Do you have a copy that I can put in
Yes,
my hands?
it's upstairs. I left it with them. Yes.
Okay.
So.
Okay, and does it say the same thing as this?
Exact same thing. Exact same thing.
Okay, so it is.
So the metal detector, pat down searches and denial of entry. It's all
Okay.
posted right here. I agree. My supervisor.
Who here is requesting that he leave the property?
Well, at this point, we are because
who's we?
I am, and the
Okay.
council said, he needs to be removed.
We spoke with Bianca and she said he wants him.
So who would be a complaint if this goes south?
Bianca would be as the clerk,
and we could
you
use
put me
you
too,
as well.
absolutely,
Because this is not the first time you and John have dealt with
this is
this
the
here.
first time I've dealt with this.
Really?
Here, yeah.
Have you heard of anybody else dealing with this here?
No.
Okay, so John's never come across this?
I was going to call him next. Bree, I'm going to talk to John.
Not that it matters, I'm just curious.
If he's ever dealt with this clown, and I'll keep you informed.
That's what I was hoping to find a name, so. Okay, we're going to head up there, Billy.
All right,
Who's here with you, just Vargo?
I'm not going to go in there and start going around pulling statements.
Yeah.
I'm doing this and I'm doing that. I was like, I'll just wait for the supervisor and go from there.
Yeah.
But if you think we're in our
We are.
thing,
It's a public meeting, but it's still, they have to abide by the rules. The rules here, when you come in, we don't know if he's got a weapon.
If they don't abide by the rules and they refuse to leave, then it's trespass.
Yes, as long as they ask him to leave.
And they did.
Which they have.
And did we, as police officers, witness anybody asking him?
That I don't know.
Because it's one thing to say that he's been asked, but a witness, we want to we want to have an officer witness him being asked to leave. Now, let me ask you this, Billy. The reason that this all started is because he refused a pat down.
Yes, correct. He just walked through.
If he's willing to come downstairs and do a pat down or come out in the hallway, is it too late at this point, or are you guys willing to make?
That's a Bianca call, but I asked her what she wanted at this point. You know, I told him I would suggest that he leaves since he totally denied us and just make a mockery out of everything. It's the whole system.
Okay.
I think he should leave.
Why don't we have her step out here without police presence? Yep. Do you want to have her come speak with me? I'd appreciate it. Can I see that list there? Thank you.
Oh, I did. I walked in.
Yeah, it just names this and all the county buildings. It's the bottom part.
I didn't have my phone to look up that code.
Did you say you did look that up?
I didn't. I didn't have my phone.
Individuals except sitting judges and magistrates such as county or enter any county building facilities
We have a supervisor.
which have
At this point, I asked you if he comes out here and complies for do we want him here? I say he made a mockery out of this whole thing. I say he needs to go, but you're the city clerk.
Well, yes, I think that if he avoided protocol, then yes, he needs to not be here.
okay for
Because
today's meeting.
For
What
today's
this is
meeting.
doing is setting an example that anyone can come in here
I
and do
agree.
that.
Right, but keep this in mind as police officers, we're technically not here to set examples. We're here to be fair. So in the past, has this ever happened with anybody else? And how was it handled at that time?
Never had this. In my 2 years experience, never had it. John, I'm trying to text John. He's not responding right now.
Okay. So you can't recall any incidences of how you
I've never
guys
dealt
handled
with
it?
this individual before.
How about any other individuals who are almost the same thing? Okay.
Go ahead. I'm just trying to text John about.
Okay, so, but you said you dealt with this individual.
I have not personally.
Okay,
I have not.
so I guess he broke protocol and I just asked him what his protocol.
And how do you know that he broke protocol? Did someone tell
Based
you
off what
this?
he told me.
So Billy here came and told you about the breaking of
Right, because
protocol.
I asked him to leave in front of everybody, or at least come down for a search. He refused. He said, I ain't going anywhere Fourth Amendment, right?
Okay, gotcha. And what is this particular meeting about, can I ask?
this is our common council. When does it
This is,
end?
no,
What is it about?
yeah, what is the agenda tonight? Or is this just the regular
This
meeting?
is our regular common council.
Okay, and have you ever seen this thing here before?
I've never ever seen this.
Okay. And who here asked him to leave other than Billy? Just Billy, or? And are you requesting Billy to have him leave? Is that what this was?
Yeah,
sorry, I
because
missed that.
he did not go through.
Okay. I know that you had asked him not to leave, but is that on your own, or did somebody that's got a contractual interest like this young lady ask you to have him leave because of the protocol being broke?
So basically, when he sat down, I brought her out and said, if anybody can speak on his behalf, if you guys want him to remain here, you know, without a search or, you know, a pat down based on our adopted county, you know, public notice here, I will comply. And both you and Mr. Lee came out and
The
said
council president
they
and myself
agreed
that
he should
yes,
be
we should be
come out.
So you are a complainant, and who is the other gentleman you just said?
council president.
And what's his name? Kenneth Lee.
I can have him come.
Won't be necessary as long as I have one, even though we would list both of them if this were to go south. So you're saying you would be a complainant requesting him to leave because he's breaking protocol, correctly?
And you could put me down as DPD.
Well, we would do that, and also Kenneth Lee
Yeah,
as
okay.
well. Okay. How long has this meeting been going on so far?
We
7 o'clock.
started at 7 o'clock.
And what time is it now? I'm sorry.
7:30.
And from 7 o'clock, what time was it that you spoke with
He
him?
came in about 6:58.
And what time did you come up here and speak to him? Was it
I followed him all the
immediate?
way up.
Oh, okay. So, okay.
I asked somebody to watch the door for me. Came up, followed him, and asked him to
Okay.
fly to the to
And
the mouse.
nobody's with him.
Nobody. He was by
And
himself.
you told him to leave, and he said he wanted to. You would call police, and he
Yes.
said, "Well, I want to speak to a supervisor." Have you spoken to someone?
I walked up and said, can you come outside with me? And he said, then he had, I believe you had that, and he tried to give it to him, and he said that that was a Fourth Amendment right, and he wanted a supervisor. So
Okay.
I turned around, and
And do you know who this guy is down here? He looks familiar.
Yes, he is. Look at posture. He records it.
He's a
I think I'm familiar.
local
Enough said.
officer.
Yeah.
I'm familiar with it. Okay. Is it a chance that these two guys are working tandem? Is it possible that this guy and this guy are working tandem together, or no?
I think so.
Okay.
I would say not.
I would say, yeah.
You think so?
I think they're working together.
But you think so?
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Like, I think they're totally the same stage.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
Wouldn't surprise me that. Okay, I'm gonna have you give me just a minute, make one quick phone call, okay?
Okay.
Hello. Hey, got a question for you. Do you, by chance, I was gonna call the prosecutor's office, but I didn't want to call the on-call felony number. But that's the only one we have access to after hours, or is there another one? So it's not necessarily just felony. Okay. All right. All right. Thanks. Bye. Hey, Sergeant Ieraci, how are you, sir? Good. Had a quick question for you here. Um, Down here at the county city building, and of course, there's a new ordinance here and has been in effect for quite some time. Everybody has to go through a scanner downstairs, and we have one guy who came in who went through the scanner, and or the scanner went off, and the part-time security down there asked him to stop, and they needed to pat him down and wand him because of the scanner going off before he came into the common council meeting here, and he refused to stop. So he got all the way upstairs, and the security officer spoke with him, and he's refusing to leave. And even two of the council members on the board have asked him to leave. So we're getting ready to ask him to leave. More than likely, he's not going to go willingly, and there's going to be an issue. And to be honest with you, I don't have any experience with this particular one. I've never dealt with it before, but I know in the past that there's been issues with the county city building and people coming in, and wanted to know if you have anything that can help me on this. Gotcha. Right. I'm clear on that. Right. Even though he's been here now for 25 minutes. But either way, we're planning on. I mean, we all know he's doing this because he's planning on suing. Um, so I just wanted to know if maybe you had any experience in the past to make sure that I'm not missing anything before we act on this. Why don't you do that and then give me a call right back? Is that possible? Okay. Yes, it is. Okay. Awesome. Thank you. Bye. I've called the prosecutor. He's going to call. He's not experienced with this, so he's going to call Ken real quick. I think he's calling Ken. He's going to send him to call the head prosecutor. But as far as I look at it, Dan, there's a sign downstairs. There's protocol.
It's easy, man. The problem is it's a Potawatomi. You know what I'm saying?
Guys, I'm Dr. Brandon too. Just like,
Who's Brandon?
Brandon Schmidt. He's the owner of TPG.
Oh.
He's the owner of your unit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
Okay. So basically, we went through this with Mike Mitch before, and that's why we had this posted. We had the protocol. Anybody that does not comply is basically told to leave. We are to call police, to make sure that there's assistance and there's a witness to our escort with you guys. So I'm not sure what you got at this point, but
I'm talking to the prosecutor. We have enough to go.
okay.
But of course, if the prosecutor doesn't follow through with what they're supposed to,
Yeah, I understand.
leaves us out on the hook. So I'm calling them just so they can't leave us out on the hook.
I would think they're building and that they know what they're supposed to hear. Gosh, if Ken Cotter, didn't,
You would think so, but
I got Amy Cressy's number. Let me call her. Brandon, I'm gonna call Amy.
well,
Cressy.
I've already called the other call,
okay.
so I wouldn't call her. But here's the thing: you gotta remember too. This guy over here filming, he went through this whole thing,
Oh, I know.
and he's still here, right?
Yes. Oh,
Yeah.
not for the search card.
No, but he'd been causing problems here, and he's still coming to the
Yeah.
meetings. Yeah.
So we're not asking no trespassing. We just want to escort at this time out of the building. He can come back as long as he complies with the rules. We're not asking no
So your
trespassing.
intentions are not to trespass?
No,
him?
we just want him out of the building at this point in time for not complying. And if he does it again, then we would ask, we're going to log this in our dashboard because we have a security dashboard.
Which is no big deal until he says no.
And if he says no to you guys, then you guys have no choice but to arrest him for.
Well, we don't technically have to, so we can escort him out. But if it's out of hand,
Oh, okay.
then
Yeah, I mean, you guys do what you want to do as far as that point, but he should probably go.
Oh, he's gonna go.
Okay.
I gotta cover all my bases.
I get you, man. I do.
As soon as I don't call a prosecutor, that gives them the opportunity to drop the ball.
Gotcha.
And then that's not good for us.
Okay.
Once they're on board and they're committed, they're oddly not gonna drop the ball.
Okay. That's where we're at.
My
right
biggest
now,
fear
Brandon.
here now, it's already been 35 minutes.
He's just going to be over probably another 5.
Is it really?
I just want the guy's name again, too, in case he does come back, that I know how to address
Well,
it.
here's the thing. As of right now, if we ask him to leave and he's willing to leave, technically you're not doing this.
Well, then that's fine. Let's not stall then, and let's ask him to leave, and you as a supervisor at least bring him out here to talk out and find
Yeah,
out.
until I talk to the prosecutor.
All right, so where I stand right now, Brandon, just until we hear back from the prosecutor.
Well, who's our acting attorney for the county now? Augustino?
I have no idea.
No, I think it's Bill Garrett, and I don't have his number in my phone yet.
Okay. So this is a county council meeting?
No, it's a city.
City council?
Yeah, and the mayor's assistant chief said that, he's not complying, that he should go.
Hey, do me a favor. Who's got better
He
rapport?
should be escorted.
Who's got more of a rapport with him?
Oh, who?
The guy inside, yeah.
I haven't even spoken.
You talked to him already.
I
right?
said one sentence to him, and that's it.
Tell him that your supervisor is here as he requested,
See if he'll come out and talk to us.
and say he'd like to speak with you privately. Have him step out here.
Yeah, say, hey, man,
And if
you wanna come
he
outside?
says no, then no big deal.
Yeah.
Just come back out.
Yeah, just go in there and say, sir, my supervisor's here as you requested. He'd like to speak with you now.
You know, out here, he never called back in.
Right.
We can avoid the whole, we have to worry about this guy. I'm not shutting off this guy.
No, definitely not. That's why I'm running 100% here.
He, I guess, went up to Fargo and wants to dispatch.
Is that
That's fine. I'll let you know.
So I'll let you know how this ends up, Yeah. But it's also been adopted by the county too. That's why we have these public houses.
Okay.
So you can go supervisor's here. He's outside. If you'd like to come on here and speak.
I think
He
they're
told me to
working in
ask you about
tandem.
the fourth.
I think they're working in tandem.
Yeah. What else would they be doing?
He already asked me for the dispatch number.
You tell me to come out here to get it.
No, the videotape is for the dispatch number.
Oh, okay. Well, that's the least thing on my mind right now.
Yeah, that's right. So I don't have it on there. Yeah, he said you could speak with him, but he told me to ask you about the fourth amendment.
This guy here that's videotaping, he can answer his question like, yeah, I give you the dispatch number and that, but other than that, don't have any conversation with him.
He asked for the dispatch number, and I said, I don't have it on me right this second.
We'll get it to you in due time if you want one.
He's gonna have to follow me all the way down the car.
That's fine.
I'm not going to the back up.
That's reasonable. Come downstairs.
This reading will be over, but if it's over, then I said, I don't trespass forms.
Well, I don't think they're going to want to trespass. You heard Billy. Well, if he comes, if he does it again, then we'll trespass him.
Can we do formal trespassing at government, like the
If
library?
they request it.
You know, the library, they do bans.
Same thing.
It's the same thing. But they do their own, but they're not legal like ours are. We don't honor theirs. We would honor our own.
So like, let's say they ban them from the library, and they come back, they call us, we can.
No, I wouldn't take that.
They have to have it through our department.
Yeah.
One of us has to fill it out. I ran into that today when I was down there. The two of them. They put our own ban. They said, no, ours. So I ours.
Sergeant Ieraci. Yes, sir.
That's what he said.
It's closer to 32, 34 minutes now at this point. Basically, he's calm, but he's just refusing to do the pat down. And the members on the board here are worried that he might have a weapon or maybe he's going to do something. But he's not like yelling or screaming. For example, I had one of the officers go in because he requested to speak with me. Well, he went inside, the officer went inside and asked him, say, hey, supervisor's here, he's willing to speak to you out in the hallway privately. And he says, nope, have him come in here and do it in front of everybody. And then there's another guy here we notice is filming everything on his cell phone, which in the past, he's had problems here with the board. So we think they might be working in tandem on it. And they keep talking about the Fourth Amendment, but as far as I'm concerned, it's posted downstairs. He violated the protocol. And he refused to be pat down now at this point because of his behavior, and they're requesting he be removed from the building. Sure. Well, of course. Mm-hmm. Okay. Okay. Gotcha. Okay. All right. That helps me a little bit, actually, so thank you. Okay. Thanks. Bye. You're saying that because it's a city meeting, the trespass thing, they're not comfortable charging it? Yeah. They're not comfortable charging the trespass on this?
What do they want to do? Disorderly conduct?
They're saying disorderly
That's what
conduct.
they told me about the park.
If he's in there and he's been disorderly and the council has asked him to leave and he's refusing to leave, basically he's disrupting the meeting and that's considered disorderly. So he could be arrested for disorderly conduct.
The council want to say, hey, they need to ask him personally, and then if he refuses, and then
yes, in front of a police officer.
Okay.
We want to witness him being asked that they're asking him to leave.
Okay.
If not, once they ask him to leave and he's not, then the police will ask him to leave as well. Leave the meeting. If not, then we'll handle the court.
Okay,
So who are you going to get to ask him to leave in front of the police presence?
Well, it's going to have to be on camera in front of everybody.
I don't care. I just want to know who ahead of time is going to approach him.
I'm going to ask Lee.
Lee.
Ken Lee probably
Okay.
do it under. Yeah.
All right, you guys are recording? Which guy is it?
Which I'm not sure involved.
Okay.
And other fire departments have already agreed this week. The largest city that had not done it, I don't see where there would be major opposition on that. And so
If Kenneth Lee goes over there to ask them to leave, you guys are going to be witnesses. I want you over there to hear him ask.
In audio.
Yes. And then if he refuses to leave, then we're going to ask him to leave. And if he refuses us, then we're going to have no choice but to escort him.
He's going to go up to him with you.
Okay, go ahead, guys.
That's my reason why I am concerned today. Thank you.
Any other council members?
Yep, there's, you can write what he says.
Seeing none, at this time we'll go to the public hearing portion on the bill. Members of the public shall have the opportunity to address the council.
I'm not going to submit to the Fourth Amendment violation of unlawful search and seizure if I'm not suspected of committing a crime. The Fourth Amendment of the United States Constitution says you can't search me. So I'm happy to let you search me as a council member, as an elected official.
In person, start in person.
Well, I don't search a person, but if you allow them to.
How about I swear and attest that I have nothing that will harm anybody in this room other than my pen and paper? I hear you, but you also have to understand that the Fourth Amendment guarantees me a right unless they suspect me of committing a crime. Do you suspect me of committing a crime?
Are you asking him to leave? Is that
Are you
what
asking
you're
me to
doing?
leave?
I can't hear you.
Yes, sir.
Oh, that's a different thing. Then it's a trespassing issue, and then I'm happy to submit to a search instead.
You'll step out in the hallway,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
No, you get it. I don't.
Out in the hallway, please. We can get that later. Hang on a second. Let's talk to you. Do it right over here, sir.
No,
We're not going to do it in front of the hall in the doorway here. We'll do it right here.
no, I don't really trust you guys.
All right.
Unless Councilman Lee.
You can put your arms down. We're not going to search you quite yet. We're just going to watch you. Okay? Said that all we want him to do is let us search you. He's not asking to leave the property.
Okay. Whatever you guys,
everything.
whatever you guys want to do, that's fine. I mean, but he needs to know when he comes in here again that we need to
We're
not
not
go
worried
through
about
this.
that right now.
I understand.
One step at a time. That comes at the very end. So now I need you to talk to Lee again and say to him, you told the officers that as long as he gets patted down, he's okay with him staying, and verify that that is correct.
Okay. But Bianca's here, and Bianca,
96.
he wants me to get a chance to play with him one more time. Since you're part of the council, can you grab him just to?
Yeah, because and the reason why, ma'am, is he told him that all we got to do is pat him down. That's all we want to do is pat him down. We were under the understanding that he had to leave. So now if he's saying that he was going to let him stay as long as we pat him down, then we pat him down and then that'll be good.
You're soliciting now. You're soliciting a crime, sir.
We're not talking with this gentleman.
Are you a hot press?
Right. So our intentions now are to pat him down and let him come back in.
Let me get clarification.
Please
I'm
do.
gonna bring him out here so you can repeat that.
He didn't repeat it. I just need clarification.
No, I'm gonna bring him out here so you can
Okay.
hear him say that.
Okay. Fantastic. Thank you. Here's something I wanted to tell you. My name is Sergeant Ieraci.
Thank you, Sergeant.
We were originally told that they wanted you to leave. Okay?
Yeah, that's
No, I'm not
what
done
you
talking.
said.
I'm not done talking yet.
Oh,
Okay? I'm
okay.
just telling you.
I thought we were
what
having
I'm
a
being told.
conversation. Is what
We
you
are,
said.
but I'm still talking.
All
Okay?
right. Well, the pause
So-
was confusing.
No, I was making sure you got my card. Okay? Let's move on from this. Okay? We're much older and bigger than this. So we were originally under the understanding that they wanted you to leave, but when I heard Councilmember Lee speaking to you, it sounded to me as if he said that if you were patted down and didn't have any weapons on you, then you would be staying. Thus is why you left your things in there. So I was confused. So now I'm having her go talk to Kenneth Lee to clarify, to see if I'm correct or incorrect, so we don't do something here that we shouldn't be doing.
Great.
So that's what we're doing right now. So give him a few minutes. He's going to come back out here, or she will, and we'll clarify this, okay? All right. No chance you want to give who you are, do you?
Oh, I'm gonna do it when I talk later, so you can do it now.
Okay. If they allow you to stay?
Yeah, I'm gonna. Yeah.
Okay.
So I plan. I'm here to
Fair
speak
enough.
about an issue.
Fair enough. Thank you.
Yeah.
Now, sir, they told Kenneth Lee what to say. They planned this to go in, and they told him to tell you to leave so they can go in and hear it. They said we need to hear Kenneth Lee tell you to leave so they can do what they got to do.
All right. Well, if that's what I need to do.
So that is solicitation.
I will leave. It sounded like solicitation, but we'll see.
So I'm a witness to your solicitation.
I had a question for you.
Yes.
You'll step over here with me. If you would like to speak to him, that's fine.
I'd like to hear your discussion.
No, you're not privy to that.
Me.
Not privy to that.
Okay.
I was understanding when I first got here that the consensus was that people here had contractual interest for him to leave. However, when we were in that room in there, I'm now under the impression that as long as he's cooperative and he's allowed to pat down from weapons and he doesn't have any weapons on him, that he's going to be staying.
I'm fine with that.
Okay, we were under the false pretense when we first got here, so I didn't want to do something that wasn't, what was legal here. Okay.
The policy is anyone who comes in has to.
Off duty, I come here. I have to be patted down,
Right.
empty all my pockets. I get it.
Yeah.
You don't have to tell me that. I know what the ordinance is. It's private property here. So. Okay.
It's not
If you guys,
you're confused about that.
if you guys will go back in there, we will handle it from here then. Okay. Thank you very much for your time. Oh, sir, Mr. Lee, did you want to ask him anything? Because I said that once I got talking, you could speak with him.
I'll address you at another date, Mr. Lee. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you, folks.
for your
Appreciate
help.
it.
Thank you.
Okay. All right. This gentleman here who works here as contractual is going to pat you down for any weapons. And then at that point, if you don't have any weapons on, you'll be allowed to continue with
Would
the
you like
meeting.
my jacket on or off?
It can be off. I mean, you got it off now. I mean,
You can
like I said, from observations, I mean, all I needed was for you to
I
put
know.
us through the.
For me, it's
routine.
just about giving up our rights as citizens.
But there's other things posted, like I tried to show
I
you.
know.
I mean, it's
But
just, I'm not.
our local policy doesn't trump the U.S. Constitution. It doesn't. It's just that's a fact. Full faith and credit in the United States Constitution. Taught social studies for more than 30 years.
Where'd you teach at?
Notre Dame.
All right. All right.
I'm satisfied with, just observational. Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you, gentlemen.
So-
Satisfied.
Okay.
I'm sorry to make more work for you fellas, but
No, we're
it's
this is
just
what we
about
do.
it's just about our rights.
I understand,
want
that,
to not
and I
give
can
that
I
stuff
can
up.
appreciate that. I
All
really
right.
do.
Thank you so much, and I
Okay.
appreciate your
We're
card.
gonna pop
Thank
these
you,
open
sir.
back
Thank
here,
you.
and you guys have a good evening.
Thank you. You too.
Thank you for coverage, sir.
Provide your name, badge number.
I'll give you my card instead. There you go.
Thank you.
Fargo, 2408.
2408.
Yep, and that's 2181.
2180. And is there a report number or a
No.
dispatch number?
Yes, we'll have a dispatch. If you want to come downstairs to get it, we'll get it.
And you guys don't have that now?
No, it's on our computers down there. If you want to follow me down, we can get you one.
No, I don't want to fall you down. I'm part of this meeting.
You sure?
I am.
All right. Okay. If you need one, you can always call me.
Okay.
All right. Have a good evening.
Just want to say
Well,
very well done. So.
Gotta cover my duckies here.
Trust me, I did. You got, I mean, like I said, that's why I had to cover mine too.
Well, it's obvious he's a pushing the buttons. I mean, I understand why he's doing it, but he's doing it all in the wrong fashion. Too, I don't mind him. The dude that was with him videotaping, that dude looks me. What's his name, Foster? Logan Foster. Yeah. Well, police have been involved with him
He said, I
before.
witnessed you. What? For even 4 years.
It's fishing. That's all he's doing too.
Yeah.
But I mean, you know, again, I wasn't clear on what they wanted. All I know is our policy is for search pat down. You want to use. So I had no choice. But
Well, technically,
in fairness, Bianca did say get him out. So
she did.
He kind of changed the whole thing.
Well, here's the thing. I didn't tell you guys all this, but maybe I mentioned the prosecutor, who I called the on-call, he said the head prosecutor, whoever that was, it was probably Sanders, I'm guessing, or somebody right under Sanders. But they said they are not comfortable with the charge of trespass.
That's what they did with me at the park, and they said just do DC. If they're talking over you or something, just say they were disorderly, disturbed.
Right. What she did, he was respectful. So I mean,
yeah.
You know, but he knew what he was doing as well as Logan Foster knew what he was doing because he's just that kind of.
They're online buddies. They may not came in the same car, but they're buddies.
Yeah, but the problem I have is like.
Oh, end of call.
They need to know